Hi everyone, we're excited to have you join us for this new video, where we'll be exploring the concept of bearings. How do I tell someone exactly where that plane is? Pointing is not enough. There must be a better way. Maybe using angles from north? That we call it bearing. Bearing is to find the location in the middle of the sky, or in the middle of the sea, where there is no roads to guide the way. So what is bearing? Bearing is the angle or direction from one point to another, measured clockwise, from north. So here is the star of direction. In this lesson, I do care about north, which is always upside the page. Here are 2 points A and B. The bearing of B from A is 080, while the bearing of A from B is 260. How do we get the bearing from a point? How did we get these bearings? If you're still watching, we're glad to know you're enjoying the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends to help spread the knowledge. Now, let's discover how do we get these bearings. To find bearing, look for the word from. It tells you the starting point. I call it the keyword. Always measure the angle starting from north. Measure the angle clockwise. Then, write the bearing in 3 digits form like 045 degree, 051 degree, 273 degree, and so on. You're supposed to know all of these points to find a bearing. Let's take couple of examples to understand the bearing. Find the bearing of points P and Q from A. The bearing of P from A is 150 degree, because we measured clockwise from north. And the bearing of Q from A is 245 degree clockwise from north. These questions are easy a little bit. Let's take more advanced questions. Example 2. In part A, we have to find the bearing of B from A. In part B, we have to find the bearing of A from B. The answer of part A is simply 080 degree, because from north clockwise is 80 degree. Now, to find the bearing of A from B, we need to draw the north at B, then to find the angle clockwise direction. Using the co-interior angles, we know that the angle is 100 degree anti-clockwise direction. So, the outer angle is 360 minus 100 equals 260 degree. Now, example 3. A ship sails 5 km from point M to point P on a bearing of 120 degrees. Draw and label this bearing on a scale of 1 centimeter to 1 kilometers. Simply, we start by finding the scale of drawing. Each 1 kilometer is 1 centimeter. So, 5 kilometers would give 5 centimeters. Now, plot the point M, which is the starting point. Then draw the north at to move on a bearing of 120 degree. Now, using a protractor, we draw an angle of 120 degrees starting from north clockwise. Put the 0 toward north and get the 120 degree angle in this way. Now, draw a line passing through the point and extend it. Then, bring a ruler and measure 5 centimeters, which represents 5 kilometers. Plot the point P, which is the ending point. Then write the 120 degrees and the 5 kilometers as it is required. Now, example 4, which very important. On an island, 2 lighthouses are watching the coast. They found a ship which is on a bearing of 160 degree from lighthouse A and 210 degree from lighthouse B. Find the location of the ship and mark it X. As we can see, on the island we have 2 lighthouses, A and B. We will consider the bases of the lighthouses as the starting points. First, we draw the north at lighthouse A. Then, using a protractor, we draw an angle of 160 degree, of course, clockwise. So, we put the protractor such that the 0 toward the north, as we did in the previous question. We mark the 160 degree spot, then we draw a line and extend it. We are going to do the same in lighthouse B. Bring the protractor and measure an angle of 210 degree. But as you know, the protractor fits only 180 degrees, so we will use the anti-clockwise direction and minus the 210 degree from 360, which will lead us to an angle of 150 anti-clockwise, which is the same as 210 degree clockwise direction. Mark the 150 degree. Draw a line and extend it. The 2 lines will meet at one point, This point will be the spot of the ship. Mark it X as it is required. And here is our ship, moving to the spot. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.